What's going on, guys? So today on this SHOKY third-party Legend Scale Transformer review, we're going to take a look at something brand new from NewAge. Of course, we looked at Seekers last time. This is actually a brand new mold. You got NewAge up there, number 22, Reconnaissance Chimera. So that's pretty awesome, and you've got some nice kind of diaclone original Transformers thing. You would have them standing right there. Of course, this is their version of Reflector. I'm dumb. So here it is in the camera mode, which is pretty cool. Turn over here, and you see all three of them there. Reconnaissance Chimera. Now, I didn't realize when I got this, I was like, okay, so Chimera. It's three things come together to make one. Then it's also a pun name of being, it's a camera. Chimera. And then you turn here, and then you get this scene where it's the three of them talking to Thundercracker. That's pretty cool. It does come with the instructions and all that inside, and then, of course, weapons and accessories. Now, you'll notice there's Devastator legs in the background, and that's because for the cool thumbnail, I got him to hold him in such a way. That was a huge pain. I nearly broke everything, and I also had to adjust my set. Like, literally, I raised that up. The backdrop is now way, way, way higher than it used to be. So let's get the camera boy down from there. Okay. Okay, so here we have Chimera, or their version of Reflector, in camera mode. And if you want to see how to get it into camera mode, there's a Taro video, as always, linked up there in the thingy. Hopefully I remember to do that. If not, go over to the secondary channel. That's where the Taro videos get uploaded, and that stands for Transform and Roll Out. I mean, it doesn't have wheels, but you know what I mean. So, I mean, there it is. And, you know, you do have a bit of visible heads syndrome there, but it is what it is. You're not generally looking at this from the backside, or else you're just going to see a whole bunch of arms and everything, and you come to the bottom and you see nothing but legs. That's pretty cool. But I like that you have like the viewfinder right there, so you can be like, hey, what's going on over there? But it's pretty neat. I digs it. You know, you got all kinds of color paint. You got red, green, blue, gray. Even the purple back here is actually painted. Got some nice metallic fleck there. I mean, if it's not painted, then they added like a pearl finish, or somehow that plastic is embedded with that much metal, which would be cool. Now, he doesn't come with a stand or anything. The Magic Square version does. I didn't want the Magic Square version. I think this looks better. Although the Magic Square, I think, has a black lens area. That's a bit different. I also wonder why this should be purple and it's not. I don't know why they didn't. So for scale purposes, there's our Wally. So obviously he's not going to scale with anything in particular, because this is, you know, something from a micro change type line. And then there is a very dirty prowl for size comparison. And one thing that's pretty neat, I'll show this off, because they always have to come with this. Comes with a scale version that's so tiny that it can be held by other figures in the line. That's pretty awesome. So even to the point that they've molded in the two tops of the head, the thing there, and then the backside is just the handle. It's all painted silver. It's pretty good. I like that. Oop, I dropped it. And then they do come with weapons, and I like that they are individually molded, so each one is different. Now, the Magic Square comes with rifles that all come together to make the stand, very much the way the Hasbro version does, and I'm not a big fan of that, to be totally honest. But something I don't think that the Magic Square does, this thing has electronics, which I was not aware of at all. I haven't seen reviews of this or anything, and then none of the promotional stuff even hinted at this. So right there is a button, and when you push it, yeah, that's awesome. Now, if you want to see me struggle with how to figure that out, go watch the vlogs. There'll be a video about when I open this up and figured all that out. But in the meantime, we can pull this off, and also you can just remove that if you want to see the actual LED. And yes, I totally understand that the flash would not be inside the lens. I get that. So here we have camera mode without that. Let's go ahead and get it transformed up once again, if you want to see how to get it to camera mode, go watch the Taro video. So first things first, you have a T-tab right in there. You just want to carefully untab it from there, and then you can yank the two sides off. And for the most part, they all share the same essential transformation, but there is some important differences. So obviously these two are basically going to be the same with just the one bit that's different. So we want to pull this up, just tabs in, right there. This part, you want to flip around 180, so it closes up the backpack. Close that little door, and close that little door. Actually, you don't want to close that yet, because you got to get the feetsies out of here. So you want to go ahead and pull these back. They don't really tab in, but they sort of do. There's like a little spot right there, and then these little tabs here sort of fill in, but it's not like a snug fit. It's just kind of just for alignment. So there's your legs. Go ahead and split them. The hips are super tight, so just be careful. And then we want to flip this part out. Go ahead and pull this up. There's like a double, triple hinge situation happening here. It's technically two double hinges. It's a hinge here, a hinge there, all on the same pivot point. So you want to bring this up here, tab that on, close that for the inner leg, and fold this guy flat, and it becomes the foot. I really do enjoy this transformation, not gonna lie. It's very intuitive. If you want to see me actually opening this up and playing with it for the first time, like I said, go watch that vlog where I do all the other things. Unlike a normal out-the-box review, it was just kind of me messing around. Now for the arms, they are tabbed together with the big tab right there, and then there's also two little itty-bitty tabs, tabbing them into his belly button. As you can see right there, it's got like a pig face going on. So split that, drop the elbows, drop the wrist. Super easy, grab the chest, and we'll just flop straight down. There we go. That's pretty good. Now for the backpack, just fold that in and fold that in. Get your shoulders squared up, and there's our first one done. Now do the same thing for the second one. Same transformation, basically. And what's funny, when I was messing with it, I completely forgot about rotating this in between usages, so to speak. Oh, that pin is sticking out. That's problematic. Yeah, that's why I was having such a hard time with that one. I was wondering. Oh, never mind, that's just some crud built up. There we go. Oh, no, wait, I was going the other way. Oh, that looks like it took off some purple paint. That's not good. Or that's just that same crud. Either way. So that's like that. Buffed out the feet. Come on. There we go. Drop the legs. Split. Down the middle. Once again, tight hips. You can just flip the foot all the way down. Then do the back of the leg. Filled in there. Filled in there. You hear it just kind of go. You get AR. I don't know what that means. Assembled right. I don't know. And you can just play with that just to get it in place. But it needs these extra tabs here so that the foot doesn't go all super wonky later. So unfold. Flip the arms down. Yeah, the way it does not hide the hands is pretty bad, not gonna lie. It's one thing that NewAge isn't 100% great at, is hiding hands. But there's number 2. So the number 3, or the middle one, is the one that takes the most amount of extra effort, because while he transforms mostly the same, he does have some special bits that are just for him. So we want to start with the legs. Go ahead and just unfold those the same way we've already done. And yes, pulling those apart is somewhat nerve-wracking. Foot down, straighten that up, fold this out, bring that up, tab this together like so. Foot down, flip this out, double hinge, flip that in. Oh, there we go. Alright, so new stuff. So this guy's all completely different here. So we want to pick this part up and then flip this entire part up And before you close it down, go ahead and flip these 2 tabs into the armpits. Then bring this all the way back and close that. Now we have the arms that are hidden behind this. Go ahead and flip those out. Arms down. And then this is just on a slider. Push it in, and there you go. There he's got his little belly camera, basically. But there we go. There is Reflector in his robots mode. Now there's the kind of controversy: are they individual bots? Are they a 3-sectional bot? Can there just be a whole bunch of clones? Because, you know, animation errors and different things shown on screen showing that there could be a whole lot of them, or some of them get destroyed and they kind of return to the primary one or something like that. You know, it's a little weird, but basically, you know, we got the 3 of them here. So pretty good. Not gonna lie, I like this. I think they're cool. Yeah, and I like that they have individual head sculpts. So this one has kind of a smirking head, a la the Seekers. This one has almost a reverse smirk, or more of a straight face. Lovely painted red eyes. Then this guy has a more yelling face, which is interesting to say the least. I like that we got some really nice silver here, translucent green on top of that, molded gray. I did add Repro Label clear Decepticon logos there. I'm waiting on better Decepticon logos to come in for the front of the camera mode. The legs here are painted. I think most of the surface is painted because you see a silver finish to all the purple, but I don't know if that's paint or a clear coat. It's kind of hard to tell. But silver, red paint there, red stripe applied to the front of the arms, and I think these are incredibly accurate to the animation model. So I'll bring it up over here so you can see they're really, really close. Now, colors are what they are, and of course the fact these guys have ball joint elbows and stuff like that, I know that bothers some people. I'm okay with it. I know the Magic Square uses traditional hinges. I don't care. And yes, there will be or there already is a toy accurate version, so it comes in the 3 colors with the different head sculpts and all that stuff. I might pick that up eventually. I definitely don't need the Golden Lagoon version and the inevitable clear version. No, that needs to happen, but the toy version might be a thing. Now for head articulation, just on a ball joint with a cutout on the back of the head, so he can look up like he's looking up a Devastator. You can turn the heads, but only so far before they run into the shoulder parts. The arms are ball joints with the butterfly there for transformation, so you can get some movement and go straight out. You can go all the way around, and for the most part, articulation is the same on every one, so it doesn't really matter. The wrist, it does what it does. Elbow can just do whatever. Waist does spin. Surprisingly, though, you don't, you know, ever turn it back. You can do a really nice chorus line, and you can scare yourself into a beyond ridiculous Jean-Claude, so it's actually better than flat. That's pretty cool. You have thigh rotation with the little cutout there. Single jointed knee, better than 90, like that. Ankle flip-flop, which is cool. And no rotation on the foot joint because of the way that's constructed, but that's okay. You don't need that. So you can get it into pretty neat poses. I do wish the game was swappable hands, but in this case, obviously not because of the way they're hinged. Yeah, I'm knocking everybody over. It's fine. It's fine. Now, if we want to give them their individual guns, for the most part, you have to put them in the right hand because the left hand has that tab behind it and keeps you from really putting the guns in the hands. Like you can, but the gun won't go as deep. Literally, you can do that, or you tilt it and then you get an upward shot. So that's up to you if you want to do it that way. But I want them to be kind of individual. Obviously, these guys are going to be in bot mode because there's no way they're going to be in camera mode on display. But I want to move most of them to the back here so we can do comparisons. Here he is next to a Starscream, which I think is fairly close. Might be a little bit tall, but they weren't like microbots. They weren't like, you know, Ravage and those guys. And just for the heck of it, let's give Screamer the camera. And he can hold it up, kind of. Like, I didn't know what I was thinking there. Hold on. Let's see here. Elbow. Use elbow. Rotate the camera. There we go. I'm gonna figure it out eventually. Okay, come on. See, eventually you can figure out how to take pictures. That's pretty cool. And then, of course, next to good old Megs, which is a pretty good size comparison. Half the height. And, you know, I think there was... No, that was actually Rumble. It was carrying Megatron's gun. Damn. Everything's dusty. So, that's pretty good next to the NewAge Agamemnon. So, you know, like that. And then for comparison to a Carbot, they're roughly the size of Prowl. Like, a hair shorter. Like, that's crazy. Like, that's where you got to think that maybe Prowl's a little short, but then compared to other big bots, I mean, it is what it is. So, and then last comparison to Wally, obviously they get a bit taller. So, that's that. But as a set, I really do like these. I like the paint. I like the transformation. It's a fun set. And for 80 some odd dollars, $85 thereabouts. I picked mine up, by the way, from Chosen Prime. They're the ones who got it in first. So I picked it up from them. But a TF Source, BBTS, they'll all have them at some point. So it just comes down to where you want to pick it up from for yourself. Now, the only gimmick I'm really impressed by is the only gimmick it has, and that's the camera mode. I gotta wonder if the toy one, because it actually has a flash, will come with another battery power thing. It does take very specific batteries. So if you're gonna get it, you're gonna need some of these guys. So they are EG8s, 391As, or LR1120s. So keep that in mind, and you need 3 of them. You know, I got this for $5 on the Amazons. But either way, guys, make sure you do a big old like and subscribe, and go check out any of Shoky merch if you're interested in helping support the channel. Same thing with Patreon if you want to do that. But make sure you go check out the Taro video if you want to see how to get them back into camera mode, which is actually quite a bit of fun. But I'll see you guys later. Remember, as always, keep on nerding.